In this video I'm gonna test and compare two repeaters in Red Dead Online, Litchfield Repeater and Lancaster Repeater. I will also make some tests and say a few words about other two repeaters, Evans and the free one, but mostly I'm gonna focus on comparing these two repeaters, Litchfield and Lancaster, because they have the biggest difference in my opinion. So, привет, it's only PvP Cat and let's begin. We're gonna start with the fire rate, and in my opinion it's the most important parameter for any repeater, and I'm gonna tell you later why. So we are testing Litchfield first. It has 16 bullets and it took around 12 seconds to make 16 shots. It means 0.75 second per shot, and also it took 5.1 second to fully reload it. And now we're gonna test Lancaster Repeater, same condition, it's a clean weapon. Lancaster has less bullets, only 14, and it makes 14 shots in 9 seconds. It means 0.64 second per shot and only 3.9 seconds to fully reload. Let's test other repeaters quick. So Carabine Repeater goes first, 4.3 seconds per 7 shots, which means 0.61 second per shot, which makes this weapon the fastest repeater in the game, and it took only 1.7 seconds to fully reload it. Now let's test the Evans Repeater, and here I was really surprised by the results. I was sure that that's one of the most fast repeaters in the game, but maybe it has been changed in the update, or maybe it was so always, but it's not. Anyway, Evans takes 6.7 seconds per 10 shot, which means 0.67 seconds per 1 shot. It's slower than Lancaster and much slower than Carabine Repeater. And I'm even not gonna tell you how much it takes to fully reload it, since it has 26 bullets. Now let's check hip fire rate, because as you probably know it's much higher than regular aim fire rate. Litchfield goes first and it took 7.5 seconds per 16 shots, or 0.46 seconds per 1 shot. Lancaster Repeater is of course even faster. It took only 5.45 seconds per 14 shots, or 0.39 seconds per shot. Time for some damage test. First we're gonna test them on a lock-on range for rifles or repeaters. Litchfield goes first, my opponent is using high velocity ammo, and you see the damage on your screen. Now let's check Lancaster Repeater, and same condition, clean weapon, high velocity ammo, and as you can see it does a little less damage from this range, but not too much. And this time we're not gonna test any other ammo types, because as we found in Springfield versus bolt action rifle tests, high velocity does the biggest damage on this distance. Also let's test headshot damage from this distance, and as you can see it does around twice more damage than a body shot, just like in case of using Springfield or bolt action rifle. By the way, that was Litchfield, and now I'm gonna show you Lancaster result, and it's pretty much the same. Let's check damage on a closer distance. It's a Litchfield Repeater with express ammo, since express ammo deals the most damage on this distance. It's a pistol or revolver lock-on range, and as you can see it does more than 50% of a health bar in damage. Let's check Lancaster Repeater now, same condition, also express ammo, and it does less damage and significantly less damage. So the biggest difference between these two weapons is on the closer distances. It's probably gonna be 2-shot body kill with Litchfield using some ability cards, and only 3-shot with Lancaster. We're gonna check this later, but now I want to remind you that if you liked the video, please place a like and don't forget to subscribe. And now I'm gonna show you the distance from which both these weapons are killing with only 1 headshot. We were trying to find this distance, and it turned out that headshot kills only on a distance that few steps bigger than the pistol or revolver auto-aim range. Now let's check how many body shots it would take to kill a full HP target without any defensive abilities. Lancaster first, express armor, Landon's patience, winning streak, and we're gonna repeat this one more time. It took 3 body shots to kill full HP target, just as I have expected. Now let's check Litchfield repeater, and it should be 2 body shots with this setup, and yes, 2 body shots and our target critically wounded. We have also tested this on longer distances, and from lock-on range for rifles and repeaters I missed 2 out of 5 shots, but with Lancaster and high velocity ammo it was 3 body shots to kill. Now let's check this with painted black. 3 body shots, as you can see, and that's surprising, the same result as for Springfield rifle. Now let's see the tests for Litchfield, and for some reason, despite the fact that Litchfield has bigger damage than Lancaster, I could kill my opponent only with 4 shots. I tested this like 5 times using painted black, because without painted black it's kinda hard to hit with this weapon from this distance, but still 4 shots. I don't know why, and in my opinion Lancaster should take more shots from this distance, but you see the results. I also tried to test accuracy, and I tested this aiming speed, I don't know how you call it in English, and from my result Lancaster repeater aims by 33% faster, and the final aiming dot is the same size. But in my opinion it doesn't really matter. Why? Because if you're using repeaters you would like to use it with painted black, and while using painted black you have perfect accuracy, so nothing really matters except pure fire rate, because when you're trying to make a headshot with painted black you need your weapon to shoot fast. To test this on practice I played in a PvP using as a main weapon 3 different repeaters: Litchfield, Lancaster and the Carabine Repeater. So here is my conclusion. First, I tried to play with slow and steady and body shots, and I found it not really effective, but on this setup Lancaster is the best choice in my opinion. It has good accuracy, good damage from distance for some reason, and you can land a headshot without using painted black. But on the other hand, comparing to bolt action rifle in the same build, it's not really good. I prefer bolt action rifle a lot. So mostly I played with painted black with a headshot strategy, and yes, this strategy is still really good and effective in PvP despite all the changes. And when using painted black and headshots, all these repeaters feels really similar. Each of them has some benefits, but some downsides also. So let's begin with Litchfield. Litchfield is the slowest, and that's not good when you're trying to play with painted black and headshots, because you have to fire fast, but it has one big benefit: it just have more damage on a close and mid range. So if you're using some sort of a mixed up build with painted black on one hand but 2 ability cards for damage on the other hand, just like I did, you will be able to really fast kill anyone using hip fire from a close range, or even go for body shot kills using painted black. You just have to mark your target twice. But that's not too much of an advantage, because headshots are still more effective. Few words about Carabine Repeater. Surprisingly, but it's a really decent choice for PvP. I never used this weapon as my primary weapon just because it's free and I had a feeling that it should be trash, but just like in case with Cattleman, despite the fact it's free, it's a good choice. It's fast, it has decent damage, and the only problem that it has only 7 bullets, and you will find yourself a lot in a situation when you're running out of bullets useless in the fight, but it has really fast reload, so if you are a new player and don't have much money to waste on fancy weapons, I suggest you to try this weapon in a PvP. It's a good choice. And the last one is Lancaster Repeater, and I found this weapon to be the best for painted black headshot strategy, because it's much faster than Litchfield and have much more bullets than Carabine Repeater, so it reaches this perfect balance. Hip fire and body shots are not as effective as when you use in Litchfield, but in some situations you still can go with it. Close choice to Lancaster would be Evans, but I prefer Lancaster because of how it looks, and also because for some reasons Evans has a little bit less of auto aim range. I don't know why, but it does, like few steps. So my final conclusion: Repeaters is a great choice for PvP, of course when you're using painted black and headshots. All the repeaters are pretty close in numbers and on practice, and even Litchfield is not such a trash as people are saying about this weapon. But I would prefer Lancaster, because it's the most balanced weapon for headshots using painted black, and even a decent choice without painted black, unlike Litchfield, but who cares. Anyway guys, you saw the test results and know my opinion about this topic. If you have some different opinion and think that other repeater is much better, please let me know in the comment section, we're gonna discuss it there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching. See ya, goodbye.